Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining us today to talk about your experience in property investing and working with Search Party Property. First of all, let us know who you are, what you do, and where you live.
Hi. Well, thanks for having me, Luke. So who I am. Hi, everyone. I'm Rebecca. Where I live. So I've just recently moved from Cronulla in Sydney up to the Gold Coast. I'm here in Coolangatta now. And what I do. So I was employed in the government for 8+ years. So pretty much just doing a desk job, making sure that the bills are paid, and just recently transferred over into the International Academy of Wealth. Really focus on a lot of the crypto side of things and the education space with the team.
Excellent. And what was your experience in property investing prior to partnering with Search Party Property?
So my experience with property investing before working with you, Luke, and Search Party was pretty much non-existent. I had previously bought a property, but that was for me really just to live in. So for me, my experience around the actual investment side of things and knowing if an investment was going to work or not for me was really limited.
And why did you decide to invest in property?
So for me, it was really about understanding what my financial future was going to look like. And investing in property for me was really about making sure that I had a lot of my base, assets and financial stability sorted. Only being in my early 30s at the moment, and at the time when I started, I was single. I wanted to make sure that I really had my future sorted. So even though it's not necessarily completely there, it was really a base start for me to get things moving and to be able to start to build property portfolio.
Excellent. It's all part of the journey. And Beck, what are your goals? I guess, when you started out, what were you thinking that you really wanted to achieve, down the track?
Yeah, so my goals, I would say, are continuously changing. When I first started, it was really just about, going through the motion and getting the first property sorted. To actually say, I've got an investment property. If anything was to ever happen, I do have somewhere to live at the end of the day. It may not be my ultimate, location of where I want to be, but it's something, and I've got that ready to go. And it's something that's assisting me build my cash flow as well in the long term. So my goals have changed where it's really, at the moment, it's about looking at getting that second, that third property. Also making sure that, again, their cash flow strategies as well within themselves, and just to continue to build that portfolio without it actually having to come out of my own bank account every week, that I've got renters in where they're all positively geared and doing what they need to do. Excellent.
All about the cash flow. And what advice would you give to people watching this who might be considering using Search Party Property?
So my advice to anyone who's unsure, who's on the fence, or who may have been in a similar position to me at the start, which was around not really even knowing that there were buyer's agents out there, is about thinking about the risk that you're taking on by trying to figure out your own decision first versus, spending that money, which is really an investment at the end of the day, to making sure that you're buying the right property for you, and that it's doing what it needs to do. So some of the things that you may not even consider, they're there to help you. Luke will walk you through the process. And for me, the way that I like to think about it is, for me, it was like an insurance, just buying insurance almost at the end of the day, where I had Luke expertise, where I knew that I could have that bonus without just having to rely on hoping that I was going to make the right decision. It was really about having the expert walk beside you through the process.
Fantastic. And lastly, one word, Beck, on how you would describe the Search Party Property service.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
So I guess when I think about Search Party Property and the process of buying property, is that can feel really overwhelming. And for me, it was just, the way for me to describe it really is around, I was just working my normal 9-to-5 job. You were out there doing what you needed to do. I was getting the updates around a lot of that the stuff that was happening behind the scene. It just cut down so much of that noise when going through the actual process. Again, as well, because I knew that we had had those discussions, I had done my due diligence before we had even decided to work together. At that point, I knew I was in safe hands. It just took all that stress out of the process around going through the process of buying.
Well, thank you so much for letting us know about your experience and working with the team at Search Party Property. And we look forward to securing that next deal for you.
Cheers. Same, Luke. Thanks for that.
Excellent. Thank you.